My dad was actually the right man to serve as the first lay director of the Catholic School Athletic Association. He and my mother, Helen, the matriarch of the CSAA, lived their Catholic faith every day of their lives. My dad believed that participating and competing in sports would help young people thrive. He was dedicated to fair play in sports and in life. However, there was just a very slight problem when he first took this job. Not enough pay to support his wife and 10 children. Imagine that. But because he loved his role with the CSAA, he was willing to sacrifice. Some of you can relate to this. For nearly a decade, he worked a second shift, stacking cases of beer at Earl's Brewing Company just to make ends meet. With Dad, it was always about the kids, about participating and competing. Dad was colorblind, and with 6 daughters, he easily related to gender equity. One of the great examples of how much he loved to interact with the young athletes, just take a look at the CSAA track meet. This is where he got his most joy. He'd round up his entire family to come out there and help him. He'd give us all different duties at the event. But Dad was always the starter for every running event. It was not unusual to see 18 to 20 heats of 6 lanes across, of wide-eyed young 4th and 5th grade girls and boys nervously awaiting the crack of his starter's gun. And they thought it was pretty cool that Mr. Schmitt would start their race. And you know what? So did he. Let me tell you about his compassion. At the CSAA championships, after the winners were announced and the awards were given out, when you looked, you found my dad. He was in the company of the tearful runner-ups, consoling them, congratulating them, and thanking them for giving it all they had. He knew what was important about sports. And his legacy, as supervisor of the local football officials association, Dad's keen sense of fair play was instilled in every one of his officials. When he had young trainees and they were preparing to work their first CSAA game, he'd tell them, your job is to make sure no team gets an unfair advantage. And remember, every play of every game is important to that young person playing out there. And that philosophy must have worked, because 4 of those trainees made it to the NFL, and to date, they have 3 Super Bowls to their credit. And if you asked, and I want to tell you, if you asked any of these 4 NFL officials to give you a list of their top 10 most important games in their career, you can rest assured that the CSAA Toy Bowl, with Karl Schmitt watching them, would be very high on their list. What a great recognition award the Louisville Sports Network has established. My dad would want me to thank all of those that volunteered so much of their time and support, and the thousands of kids who benefited from the CSA. So on behalf of the members of Karl and Helen Schmitt's extended family, of which 40 of us are here tonight, and the Miller family can eat their heart out. I'm proud to stand in the company of this elite group and accept this honor for Papa Karl. Thank you.